In this video, we're going to show you how to install the exterior door handle on your Ford Focus, located on the driver's side door. Now I want to go ahead and remove our door panel here. We're going to start by coming out to the outer edge. There's a little cap right here. We're going to use our pocket screwdriver. Open up that little window there and use our Phillips head screwdriver to loosen and remove the screw in here. Once we get this one out, there's going to be 3 more running across the bottom of the door panel. Let's go ahead and tackle those. Now on the top of the door panel, right behind our door release here, is a plastic cover. We need to pop that cover off. My choice of tool is a pocket flathead screwdriver. You're going to pull this out and go right on the back side and just pry it out. This just has some little tabs on here that lock it into place. So go ahead and set that aside. Now on the top here, we have the power mirror cover or the sail panel interior trim. I'm going to use my plastic trim tool to go ahead and get right behind the edge here, kind of wedge it in there and gently pry it out. Now there are little metal tabs or lock tabs on the back side here that just kind of lock into the door shell. Now we can leave this as is, or if you want to go ahead and separate the power mirror switch, there's just a little pinch tab on the bottom side. You're going to pinch that and pull that harness off. Now if your vehicle does not have power mirrors, then you won't have this. You just can have a separate panel. Go ahead and set that aside. Right in the door pull area where your power window switches are, this panel needs to pop up. I'm going to use a plastic trim tool. Go right in here, press down and lift up. Now when you lift this up, you have to pull it back and you're going to dislodge the mounting tab here that goes into the door panel. Now you want to go ahead and pop this switch panel off. It's a harness on the back side. Push in on the gray button, wiggle that connector off. You can set this down, but we will have to reinstall this afterwards without the door panel on to go ahead and get our window regulator into position. Now there are 2 T30 Torx Bit screws. There's one right up top here, and there's one right behind where we removed that lower switch panel. I'm going to use my T30 Torx Bit on my extension and my 1/4 inch ratchet. You want to go loosen and remove these. Let's go remove the lower one next. Now right here, I want to go ahead and remove this cover. We're going to use our trim tool. Going right through the top here and pop this off. Now right inside here, we're going to have a couple screws we need to go ahead, loosen and remove. Now the 2 screws on the inside are T30 Torx Bit screws. Loosen and remove these. All right, we have both of the screws loose. Now what we want to do is we're going to come to the lower portion of the door and we're going to grab the lower pocket area here and just gently tug outward, separating the plastic push pins around the perimeter. Now these screws may pop out, so just watch for those there. And work your way around the perimeter. Now at this point here, we can take that door panel and we're going to lift it up. Now on the inside here, we have a power door lock switch, and we need to separate that connector. There's a little pinch tab right here at the base, right where those wires go in. So you want to go ahead and pinch that and pull that connector off. Now over here we have our door pull with the cable set up. So we're going to go ahead and remove the cable unit from the door panel and then pull the barrel end out of the handle itself. So this here pops right inside that barrel. And that comes around and snaps in. So when this comes out, pop that barrel end out, remove the door panel. Now here we have a water shield, and this helps protect the internal parts of the door. Now there is a self-healing adhesive around the perimeter, and you want to try and salvage it. You don't want to tear the plastic. So you can start to peel this down. Ours was already peeling a little bit, but it is kind of tacky. I like to use a razor blade and gently cut the adhesive and not the plastic. Now with that out of the way, we can go ahead and start to access our components inside the door. Now we need to install our power window switch. If your glass is all the way down, we need to install this here, raise it all the way up. Let's go ahead and put the key in the ignition, and we're going to go ahead and raise this up. Now right here is a plastic plug. We're going to use our pocket screwdriver to get underneath the edge of it here and just pry that up and out. Set that aside. Now we're going to come through the outside of the door shell here, and we're going to use our T20 Torx Bit on our extension on our 1/4" ratchet. Right here, I'm going to loosen this screw. Now with that screw loose on the inside, we're going to come to the outside, pull out on our door handle, and then we can simply remove our button here. The screw is still there. Now in order to remove this here, we're going to pull towards the back and then lift up and out. Now holding the assembly on the inside, insert the front, press that in. All right, that's working well. Now what I want to do is take the back section here. I'm going to slide that over, line that up with the screw. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the screw on the inside. Let's go ahead and gently snug that down. All right, at that point there, give the handle a tug. Works perfect. Let's go ahead and bring our water shield around. Now for any reason, if the adhesive is no longer working on your water shield, you can simply use a good quality tape, good heavy duty, something of a duct tape type sealant, and just run around the edge and seal everything up. Install the little rubber plug here. Now we're at the point we want to go ahead and hang our door panel. Now you want to start by locating our plastic push pins around the perimeter of our door shell. These are the ones that we popped off earlier. If any of them are missing, you want to go ahead and replace them, pop them back on, get them ready to go. Now as we bring this over, we have two things we need to connect. One is our power door lock switch. And the other is our cable. So we need to line that up, get that barrel end in, slide that over, and snap it into place. With these in place, we're going to raise this up. You want to make sure that your door lock rod is in the up position. It's going to help you. Tilt the door panel bottom out, line up that rod here. This can kind of be a pain in the butt. And then slide in the upper half and set it on the sill. Now at this point here, we have our door panel hung. Our plastic push pin should be lining up. making sure that that door panel is snapped into place. Now we can go ahead and start to line up our screws. We're going to go ahead and take our large flathead Torx bit screws. One goes here on the inside of the door pull area, and the other one goes up top, right up here. Gently snug those down. Snug that down. Then we're going to follow up with the two inside the actual pull area here. I'm going to go ahead and put the screw on my Torx bit, feed that in. Do the same here. Run that down, snug it down. Line up our handle here. And reach down the side and pull the wire harness up and out. Go ahead and take your window switch, line up that connector, pop that on. And we're going to install the front. There's a little tab here that locks in. So install the front first, pushing that down and on. Line it up, and then snap it down. Now on the upper section, we have our little trim panel right here that needs to go in. This piece here has a little notch at the bottom side, kind of curves out. That's the part that goes inward. Simply pull this out, line it up, and push it in. Snaps right into place. Install the sail panel trim cover. If you have the power mirror feature, you want to go ahead and install this here. Take these little plastic tabs and you want to lock them in here. Now we're going to install our 4 screws around the base of the door panel and up around the back. I'm going to start with our leading one here. Snug them down gently. Just repeat this process for the other 3. At this point here, we've secured our last piece of hardware, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.